this is my next video. It's all ready to go. I just scrubbed the timeline and it got so bad I couldn't play anything with effects or graphics. As much as I love tinkering with technology, I just wanted to export my finished video. I tried different graphics drivers, scanning my hardware, and restarting my computer I don't know how many times. I wasn't about to buy a new computer, but thinking it was a problem with my desktop, I gathered all the files together, consolidating not only the Premiere Pro project, but also the two linked After Effects projects. Even though it isn't as powerful, once I had my files sorted out, I tried my laptop. Got everything collected. This is the moment of truth, whether it works or not. I think we're good. These are just some render files. I can safely ignore these. And oh, look at that. I think it worked. Well, it loads. Okay, I'm scrubbing the timeline. So far, so good. I can't play this whole video in real time, is how heavy some of the effects are. So I'm gonna set it rendering and go eat lunch and see what happens. Okay, one other thing I forgot to mention is I have some plugins. I gotta release them from the other computer and put them on this computer. Otherwise it's gonna render with something saying it's unlicensed. Okay, I gotta do that first. Now I have my Red Giant Universe moved over to this computer. This is why I generally just edit on my desktop, because even though it's a slightly more powerful machine, it's also because of this hassle. The beginning and end are very effects heavy, but the middle is mostly just talking head and screen captures, so it shouldn't take that long. But I'm gonna go eat lunch, and hopefully I come back up and find that my computer hasn't crashed and restarted. Alright, let's see where we're at, find out if it worked. Oh, good gosh. This shot is probably 10 seconds in, and we've been rendering for over 24 minutes. But it's still going, and it hasn't died, so that's good.
32 minutes later.
There's no errors, no nothing, but you can tell it just stopped rendering. It's like it just gave up. So I'm gonna try one more thing. I wanna get it off the external drive just to reduce the number of variables that could be causing issues. I mean, at a certain point, I just don't care anymore. But I want to get this video out. You know what? Definitely not recommended, but sometimes necessary. Well, at least made me feel better. It's not really 3 hours and 42 minutes, because once it gets through that intro, it'll go much quicker until it hits the end. But for now, I'm gonna go out and take care of some stuff. I haven't even left for my errands yet. Pretty sure it stopped rendering, because it's been at 3 hours 42 minutes for a while, and the fans have kind of quieted down, so it's not really working as hard. So I'm gonna just let it go, just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work on this computer. So I have one more thing to try. Go back to my desktop, set the previews to rendering, and hopefully that will do it. If not, I don't know. Maybe you'll never see this video. Well, you'll see this video, you won't see that video. Roadblocks to getting my video done, roadblocks to running my errands. Just seems like no matter what I try to do today, it's not gonna happen. Alright, let's see if this has made any progress at all since we left. Oh look, nope. Well, we know that this one is a bust. So I don't know why it won't render on my laptop, but I don't think plan B is gonna work. So let's go back to the desktop and see if by chance those previews have rendered. The previews rendered, so hopefully I can then render the video using the previews instead of re-rendering them. And evidently all but one of the preview files just disappeared, so now I have to re-render the timeline, I guess.
51 render previews later.
Okay, I figured out that problem. It's because it's rendering the captions with the video, so when I uncheck the burn-in captions, it then has to re-render the video files for those sections. So what I need to do is disable the caption track first, and then it will be just fine. We're done with that. Hopefully now I can then export using the preview files. I'm hoping the plan C, D, whatever we're working on now will get it done. So I forgot one thing. I need to come into here and I need to set it to actually use the previews. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to try that again because it looks like the licensing switch didn't work. In order to move back and forth between computers, I had to move the license for Red Giant Universe back and forth as well. As a result, some of the preview files rendered with a watermark saying that it was unlicensed. Well, that was just me trying to delete the render files, probably because of where the playhead was, but let's try that again. All right, one more time. All right, previews are rendered again, so hopefully this will be the last time that it's the last time. One more thing I can try. It's these last clips that it's choking on. I'm gonna try replacing all 3 of those clips with an After Effects composition and see if maybe that'll do it. Okay, so that's an easy fix. Evidently it can't, I don't know. Anyway, come on. Sweet, it worked. Hopefully this is the last time of it being the last time. All right, to test if that worked in After Effects, I have it set to render just that last clip that it keeps dying on. So if I can do that, then I'll know hopefully the whole thing will work, but I don't have to wait through it rendering the whole video before I find out whether or not it fails. Okay, I think it worked, so let me play it back and then we'll see. Alright, well there goes the whole thing. I thought I could get away without rendering the previews, but it's not just the last clip that's causing issues. But when the previews are rendered, that's the only clip that is causing issues. So hopefully rendering the previews, using the previews, and this will be the last time that I do this.
1.5 hours past bedtime.
Alright, it is winding up. It is rendering the previews for the final shot, which is good because normally it would get to this point and game over. So, progress. After Effects doing the heavy lifting. Basically what I've had to do is everything. Every possible workaround. When you have trouble with software, the best way to attack the problem is to remove variables until you finally get it to a point where it'll work. Hopefully in the process of elimination, you figured out what was causing the problem and you're either able to fix it, change it, or remove it. Even if you're not able to solve the problem, you're still able to work around it and get your project done. I don't know, I'm just tired. I'm tired of this project. I want to get it out. The thing about this is I haven't solved the problem. I've figured out how to work around the problem. My computer will still blue screen, but at least I can get this video out. All right, it's rendering. I'm gonna go to bed. Here's hoping I can publish this video for real. And not just tell you about how I can't.
The next day.
All right, moment of truth. Turn the screens back on and... login screen. Means it didn't work. I see that one of the preview files is gone, and so I can only assume that's where it choked. I can head to work, come home, get that last little preview bit taken care of, and hopefully get this video rendered.
L'été Dead Night.
We'll see if this is the time that it finally renders. I am at my wit's end. I got one more thing I can try. I got the previews rendered, so maybe I can render it with software using the previews instead of hardware. There's two options there: hardware encoding for NVIDIA in the H.264, as well as the Mercury CUDA thing. So, and if neither one of those options work, doing half software or all software, then I don't know what to do from there. Did it. I think I finally rendered it. Better not have misspelled anything or screwed up in some other way. But I think I have a video. Alright, now let's play it and actually see if it turned out.
Chromatic aberration is
But right after I figured out how to render the entire video successfully, I realized there was one other thing that I hadn't tried. I'd even seen a tutorial about it.
I have a Premiere Pro project that has issues.
So if you want to watch the video that was causing me all that grief, watch this After Effects tutorial on how to create chromatic aberration.